So, hello. We always hear this word that change is the only constant thing in life. Yet, most of us, if not all, resist it. So, why? Why does something so natural feel so uncomfortable? That's what we are going to talk about in this episode.
El Maestro speaks.
El Maestro Speaks.
El Maestro speaks.
Podcast.
All right, let's go country.
All right, let's go country. Yeah. For those who are watching, I guess you can see a different venue of recording. I am somewhere else, not the original place or the old place of recording, but from time to time we're gonna use that. Yeah. So the lesson that will be lesson. Oh my God, lesson. Things we are going to talk about in this episode is nothing, just talking out there. So change, right? So it's the only thing we think is constant. It never gets old. It's always there. It's natural. We knew. Even children knew about it, right? That change is normal. We see change every day. Nothing is permanent. Only change is permanent, right? And still, why is it that it's so difficult for us to adjust to change? Change is natural, yet it's very uncomfortable for us, right? Yeah. We are going to dive onto that topic, but yeah, things that happened this week. Um, the locality of Baguio, which is for those who are foodies, those who likes food. Um, yeah. So we just saw a post of a a restaurant that has, I don't know how it happened. Like I think it is a sabotage. I mean, how are you, if you're the waiter or if you're the cook, how are you going to serve something without checking it so that you will be sure that nothing that is that does not supposed to be there is not there, you know? So, yeah. For those who doesn't know what I'm talking about this restaurants who apparently serve a dish with a dead rat inside it. A big, no, it's not a rat, it's a mouse, dead mouse inside the dish. So, yeah. The reason why I'm trying to lean on to a sabotage is that I don't believe, I would not believe that the cook can or will not be able to see that. If it is, yeah, it's like if it is a bug, if it's a maggot, something like that. Yeah, it will be possible. But a mouse, a mouse in a dish, it's kind of impossible to believe that nobody in the kitchen and the waiters, no one among them saw saw that. Yeah. But that's just me, just thinking about, yeah, how did that how did that get into the dish? And another one, and this is just, I don't know if people saw this list. I'm talking about, yeah, in the local Facebook group. Um, I don't know who invited me there, but I I was invited to a Facebook group who is reviewing. I mean, the guys there, the people there, the members there are reviewing foods here around Baguio. I think they included me because they thought that I am a foodie. Yeah, maybe, but I am not good at reviewing things, especially food. So I was a member there, and then someone posted a, how will I categorize this? It's a restaurant, or it's establishment offering food services, and they are specializing in grilling, grilled foods. Um, and apparently, or I mean, yeah, accordingly, the customer who went to that food establishment was not treated well by the crew, and he, I don't know if he's a he or she, felt insulted that they like did not, I mean, did not talk to her or him, or ignored him. It's a long story, but to cut it short, she felt insulted with how the crew acted when he went there. She went there to buy food, so he posted it in social media, became viral, at least in that group, I guess, and I think it was shared all over in some other groups in Facebook. And um, I was looking at it, and well, because I like that food establishment. At times, I go there and buy my food there when I'm not in the mood to cook, or I'm I'm tired of tasting foods that I cooked, and yeah, it's just close to the apartment where we live by, and I was looking at it, and here's my opinion about it. Now, just my thought on it is that yeah, well, the food is good, everything's good there, but do we really need to post something like that? Like, is it is that, well, anyway, yeah, it's prevalent now, but so apparently in this time and age, we can just, every time that we get offended, every time that we don't like what we saw, what the encounter we had with people, we can just post it and share it in social media. Yeah, but just a question of, what would that really accomplish if you do that? Well, in this case, it accomplished something, because I talked to the guy, I talked to the crew who was posted in the social media, and they told me that he got suspended for 2 weeks. I don't know if we, I would guess without pay, right? He got suspended for 2 weeks because of that post. Well, I understand. Maybe the owner has a reputation to protect, so it's understandable. Yeah, but yeah, if you're the person who posted that, look what what have you done? Yeah, it costed someone's money. Yeah. We don't know if that guy is the breadwinner of the family, or he has a family to support. And what you did is removed his livelihood. So yeah, the negative effect of that. And while you would say that, well, the crew did not act accordingly, who does that every day? Like, who? Okay, tell me a human or a person that you know that would always be at his best at work? Yep. Do you know someone? I cannot remember anyone who is like that. There's always that time where in we are at our worst when we are at work. Yeah, it's understandable that they are offering service, okay, and they should act accordingly 100% all the time. It's just an impossible thing to do. It's an impossible thing to do. You know, you can never do that. We, all of us will, even the guy or even the girl that posted that thing who got insulted, will have that day wherein they are at their worst, right? So, what can we do? What can we do? What we can do is to understand, right? Yep, understand. Talk to the people, talk to the person. If it gets heated, then that's the time you can, complain. But if you remind them, they will apologize and, just help the person. Rather than taking a picture of the guy and posting it in social media like you have never done a bad or bad thing in your entire life. It's not how it goes. Again, I repeat, we all make mistakes. We are human, right? We humans have that day that we are not our best. We are not at our best. So, the only thing that we can do is, okay, as humans is to extend our understanding and hope that in the future, when we are the person, okay, who's having our worst day, that other people around us will understand us too. Right? Yeah. That's how it is. That should be the case. That's how we should do it, right? So I don't know. Yeah, when I heard that news about, yeah, that guy, when the guy told me that he was suspended for 2 weeks, man, my heart sank. Like, just imagine if he or that's the only source of income that he have, right? It's, it's totally bad. Yeah, not to get paid for 2 weeks. Okay, what if he has a little kid? Yeah, again, extend your understanding. It's, I don't know. In this day and age, it's like everyone is, especially if they have a monetized page, everyone just posts something just to, know, just to gain traction or just to look good in social media, like they're the ones who is in the right, or because they think that they are in the right, that is why they are going to post something, right? Okay, like, and again, I'm telling you, what if you're the one who is having a bad day, right? Everyone have and will have that moment. So again, children, younger people, and even older people at times. Okay, and this is also a reminder for me because I'm not perfect. Like I said, all humans make mistakes. Let's extend our understanding. Let's understand each other. Okay, yeah. It's not good. It's not bad to call out wrongdoings that you see, okay, in social media, but at times We have to think. We have to balance it, and you know, think about it a million times before you post something. Think of the effect. Think of what's going to happen to the person. Okay, is it really that bad? Okay, so you got insulted. You felt that you were disrespected. Is it really that bad? You know that you have to call out the person in social media. I don't think. Yeah, and what did that get you? Do you get satisfaction knowing that the guy or the kid was suspended for 2 weeks? It's not got. He's gonna be, you know, penniless, or he's gonna be broke for 2 weeks. Yeah. So if you if you are satisfied hearing that news, then there's really something wrong with you. Yeah, there's really something wrong deep inside you that you need to fix. If you get if you are satisfied just because someone disrespected you and you're satisfied to know that they lost their job, you know.
For I can't help
Yeah.
falling.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you see the UFC? Oh, for those people who likes combat sports like me, did you see the UFC event at White House? Wow, that is epic. It's great. It's great. It's great. It's great. Oh my god. Yeah. You just to think about that. Like back in 99, I think it's in 95 because UFC started 93 and then went on from there. Okay, there are some other promotions, of course, promoting that kind of sport, but then UFC kind of like started it all in the American continent. So just I just remembered when the legislators of United States are trying to ban it in every state, right? Because they do not see it as a sport. For me, what I saw when I first saw it, okay, I don't know if it's me being a guy, but when I saw it, especially when you see the little guy choking a a heavier person, bigger than him, you would immediately see the reality of physical confrontation. That if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna end up like the big guy. So every guy who saw, okay, that small guy wearing a gi choking people want to learn what he had, what he knows, and that started Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. So yeah, imagine that one. Okay, it's just very raw. So every guy sees that would like to be that little guy, and then it eventually morph into that sport, right? So in the earlier days, people would like to ban it, call it a human cockfighting, and more than 30 years later, they're staging one of their event in the heart of democratic government, right? So yeah, just like what we were saying a while ago. Okay, we're talking about change. We'll be talking about change later on, and that's change, right? It's change, and even okay, you can see if we're talking about development of sports or growth of sports, you can see the development of MMA. If you're going to start watching from the very first UFC until now, you can. They are totally different. Okay, the discipline that the fighters have now back to the discipline that the fighters have back then when UFC one is totally different. The skills they have, the smoothness of movements that fighters have now is totally different to the way the OGs do it. So you can easily see the improvement, right? So that is, yeah, that's why I'm a fan of this sport. I'm a fan of the sport. Um, that sport also is, it develops, it helps you think under pressure and just, yeah, the pressure that the athletes or the fighters are going through when they're in a competition is, yeah, I don't think too much will describe it. It's a ton of pressure, and they can still think, right? They think, they implement their plan. Okay, they 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 what they call this one? They innovate while they're in the process of combat, and that is good. It is skill. The skill, those kinds of skill are transferable in life, right? So that is why I like that. I cannot say I competed, but I was an avid practitioner back when I was young. I do a little bit now, but yeah, not too much. Yeah. Um, if you are in your late 30s and you did not take care of your body back when you're young, yeah, even if you're in late 30s, approaching 40, you would feel like you're 60 years old. So yeah, that's me. Oh man. Yep. So change. Yep. A lot of things change, right? Even, yeah, the changes that's brought about by technology. Mm. I was just watching a talk show a while ago, and I saw a guy who said that, yeah, we got to learn skills because all those technical skills like coding, writing a program, um, what else? Let's say video editing, and what are the other things? Yeah, those ones will be gone soon. They will be, yep, taken over by AI. But skills, like someone has to fix your computer, someone has to repair your electrical vehicle or electric vehicle. Someone has to know how to change the tire of that electric vehicle, your BYD or your Tesla, right? That or those skills will not be gone. Someone has to know how to build a house, you know, even if you will be having AI tools that will help you build it or will help you in those skills, you still have to know how to do it. So skills, it's very important. And yeah, the way we approach professional development now changed also, right? So instead of us back in the day, I was really forcing myself to learn coding. Yeah, yep. And want to know what happened? Yeah, I did not even learn a thing, but I was trying to. So, um, right now you can ask AI to help you with that, right? So the approach that we have now is that we have to focus more on skills when we're um, looking at our professional growth or our self growth. Oh, those are the changes. Okay, it's happening now, brought about by things in our surroundings, by the technology that is coming out. You know, so those are the things. Okay, but why is it like what I said a while ago that change is so difficult to embrace? It's like, yeah, we already know that, oh, it's a beautiful thing, the change, but we cannot hug it because it's spiky. Yeah. So, well, according to, yeah, what I had here, okay, the reason why we resist change is our fear of losing control. Okay? Change often feels imposed, breaks our routine, okay, and we feel powerless. And of course, human always crave agency, and losing it sparks resistance. We have routines. We cling to that, right? We live to that. Okay? And then if there's a change in it, of course, okay, that sparks resistance. We feel like we're losing control, that we're not controlling it. People love to control things in its surroundings, right? So that's one of the reason. The second reason why we are resistant to change, okay, is uncertainty bias, right? So just imagine, okay, that you are a teacher for, let's say, 15 years. Suddenly there are different changes in the curriculum. I don't want to go there, but it's it's the easiest example that I can remember right now. This podcast. I would guess everyone knows I'm a teacher, but I I started this podcast to just get away from teaching. But well, anyway, we're already there. So imagine that you're a teacher teaching for 10 years, 15 years, something like that. And then suddenly there's a change on the curriculum, there's a change on how we grade students. And yep, there's change on everything familiar to you, right? So there's that fear, okay, that you would lose control, that you will not be able to do your own job. And there's the fear also that you would lose something, right? Okay. Our brain is wired to treat the unknown as a threat, right? So it's our uncertainty bias. Everything that is new to us is, oops, wait, is this good? Or so it's everything that is new to us is a threat, right? We have that uncertainty bias. Okay? Even if it's a positive change, right? It still carries that uncertainty. And that's the reason why it's very difficult for us to embrace change. At times we view the change, well, at least in my job, yeah, we view the change as something less effective than the old system that we have. Yeah, there's that. It's because of uncertainty bias, of course, coupled with the comfort zone disruption. We are the familiar routines that we have will be broken and still have to adjust. Those are the things that will make us resist change. Okay? And mixed emotions, change is rarely good or all bad. A promotion may bring pride and fear, and it may bring excitement, but okay, it is hard to process, right? Um, the way on how we handle it emotionally, those are one of the reason why human naturally resist change. It would be understandable also. So that's why, yeah, going back to teaching here in the Philippines, all the teachers are now trying to adjust on this new school year because it was originally is divided into 4 quarter. Now it's divided into 3 terms, and we have to like budget the learning competency um, so it will fit on the 3 terms equally. So that's what I'd been doing a while ago. It's why I was on a different place right now recording this podcast. So yeah, it's that. And yeah, it's difficult. We are adjusting to a new routine. There's that view that this one might not work. It was so yeah. It can be quite sad, or we can say that the teachers right now are resisting this change. Okay, eventually they're going to embrace it, but yeah, it's the first phase. So yeah, the natural tendency of human is to resist it for a while, right? So yeah, a lot of postings in social media is yeah, you just browse the social media wherever you are in this part of the world, you can see teachers posting their opinions about the change in the curriculum here in the Philippines, right? So what would be the consequence if we are resisting change? Of course, okay, will take a toll on your mental health. Okay? We'll have anxiety, irritability. That's why, yeah, if there are some children, especially my students, there are some students listening here and you notice that, oh, hey, my teacher now is irritable, like he or she gets mad easily, is irritated easily. Maybe that's because of what happened in the school year, the changes that happened during the school year. So, and the worst thing that can happen, okay, is that the person can have depression. You know, it leads to depression. Okay, your resistance to change. Physical symptoms, of course, headache, muscle tension, sleep disruption, right? So, times also, you know, our resistance when we resist change, it stresses us, and we can have unhealthy coping mechanism, right? Some people quit their job without even thinking of where they're going to go next because yeah, no, they're it's unbearable for them, and that's understandable. Yeah, okay. Um, Substance issue. Some teachers who are trying to quit smoking will smoke 2 packs a day. I'm not gonna tell who. I'm not gonna tell who, but uh,
For colors will be mine.
yeah, just like what the song says,
Life's too short for waiting.
we have to
When I see
okay, do everything we can
and I
to
know again that I must
carry on. So yeah, there's that. Now, since we're talking about this, okay, so we have talked about the reason why we resist change, what it leads. How can we teach ourselves to resist change? Yep. Our topic in the past episode is about self-discipline, right? So it's really about forcing ourselves. Yeah, we really cannot do anything, but have to force ourselves to accept it. Yeah. So, yep, we can. It's okay. It's okay to complain. Oh, here we go again. Like what I said a while ago. The changes made a lot of teachers complain. It's okay to complain, but still they are doing their job. They're doing their job well. So yeah, feel sadness, to be frustrated. Yeah, accept it's this emotion that we will have, of course, especially if we are not favorable to the changes, you know. But after that, we have to find stability. You have to anchor yourself to small routines. Find ways to find stability. Okay, like of course yung the healthy healthy, um, healthy ways of um, accepting or of coping. Okay. Evening walks, coffee, like that. Um, Talking to people. Okay. Doing readings so you can have something to share in a podcast and record a podcast, even if it's not your schedule. Yeah. That's a healthy coping mechanism. It's finding stability in your routine. Okay. Reframe your perspective. Like instead of, oh my goodness, sayang yung mga, I mean, instead of saying like, those things, the exams, I prepared the lessons plans I prepared last year's. I I I made a test bank that I can use for like n years, and it's gone now. They are now useless. Instead of saying that, you can just say, I'm gaining something. I'm learning something, and this change will bring. Okay, I'm learning something that this change will bring, right? Okay, going to learn new skill, right? So there's that. Okay, and one of the things, of course, accordingly, is to write a journal. Yeah, I love writing, but I don't have the time. So what I do is just put my thoughts in this podcast here. And yeah, for those who are listening, thank you so much for listening. You can also share your thoughts, right? You can also start your own podcast talking about things. So, and talk to people, seek support. Those are the things that we can do, right? And I always do this is every time I get irritated, I just go to YouTube and play this. I don't know if we can play this one here, but I just want to share this to you guys. This is a video of I think this is a podcast clip. I always play this every time that I feel frustrated, things like that. So just listen to this.
One of my direct subordinates, one of my guys that worked for me, he would call me up or pull me aside with some major problem, some issue that was going on. And he'd say, boss, we got this and that and the other thing. And I'd look at him and I'd say, good. And finally one day he was telling me about some issue that he was having, some problem. And he said, I already know what you're going to say. And I said, well, what am I going to say? He said, you're going to say good. He said, that's what you always say. When something is wrong and going bad, you always just look at me and say good. And I said, well, yeah. When things are going bad, there's going to be some good that's going to come from it. Didn't get the new high-speed gear we wanted? Good. Didn't get promoted?
Good.
Good. More time to get better. Oh, mission got canceled?
Good.
We can focus on another one. Didn't get funded. Didn't get the job you wanted. Got injured. Sprained my ankle. Got tapped out? Good. Got beat? Good. You learned. Unexpected problems? Good. We have the opportunity to figure out a solution. That's it. When things are going bad, don't get all bummed out. Don't get startled. Don't get frustrated. If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
Good. Okay. That was that one always fires me up. So yeah, it is always okay. We have to. How do you say this? No, another way of putting it is we have to find good in everything that's coming. Okay? By doing that, by psyching yourself up, you will you will reduce the negativity that you're feeling, right? And of course, it's normal. Like I was talking with the guys. Well, we are kind of talking in the comment section of Facebook. We were talking about, yeah, about this change, that like what I said, what happened in this yeah, this agency that we're working. And I just jokingly said, yeah, well, let's not forget that we get their salaries during 15s and 30s, right? So, yeah, it's just my way of saying it's okay. Yeah, it's part of work. So, and then one of the guy said, yeah, we say this, we complain, but we still do whatever we can for our works so that we can like um produce a good output. So there's that. It's I wouldn't say complaining is negative. No, it is a way of coping to the change that's coming, and that's okay. That is okay, and still we have to find ways to adjust, right? So we're okay. Say it's good. There might be something you can learn from this experience, right? And we do it slowly. We accept it slowly using the Kaizen principle of accepting it little by little until you will own the change. You can adapt, right? It does not happen instantly. I think that's one of the reason also why we resist changes, that we want to see ourselves adopting instantly, like 100% adopting the change that came. And it doesn't happen that way, right? We have to view it, we have to take it little by little. Because if we want to like adapt immediately to the change, then you are going to be overwhelmed. So, yeah, adapting to it little by little, the Kaizen principle. Okay, viewing it as a good opportunity, accepting it. Okay, you can complain, bring out your emotion. Okay, well, people will say, yeah, we should have a healthy coping mechanism. Yeah, sure, of course, but as long as you're coping with it, okay, bringing out your emotion, accepting your emotion that you're mad because of this change, and slowly working on ways how to adjust to this change, on ways how to accept the change. Yeah. And then you will notice that, oh, you are eventually there. You have eventually adjusted yourself to the change. So, yeah, that's what is in my mind. It's what's in my mind this week. And I just want to record it now because, oh, it's overwhelming, It's overwhelming, really. I am lying to you if I'm not going to tell you that the change that happened right now in this department is overwhelming. But still, you have to go through. You have to work through it, accept it slowly, but surely. So anyway, that's it for this episode, you guys. You guys! Yeah, that's it for this episode. And wherever you are in this part of the earth listening to this podcast, with all my heart, I say thank you so much. I love you guys.